Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. Today, we journey into the remarkable history of a humble yet extraordinary coin, the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2 pence from 1999. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another everyday piece of currency. But when we dive deeper, it reveals itself to be far more than that. It is a coin steeped in history, artistry, and numismatic intrigue, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors across the globe. And as we reach the end of this journey, you'll discover why this very coin is considered one of the most valuable treasures in modern coin collecting, with a value today of an unbelievable $23 million. To truly appreciate the 1999 2 pence, we first need to step back in time and understand the broader context of British coinage and the evolution of the decimal system. Before 1971, Britain used a currency system that dated back centuries, built on pounds, shillings, and pence. But in February 1971, known as Decimal Day, the country underwent one of the most significant monetary transitions in its history. The old system was swept away in favor of a more modern decimal-based system, which introduced coins like the 1 penny, 2 pence, 5 pence, and so on. The 2 pence coin was part of this bold new beginning, minted in bronze and designed to help citizens adapt to the new monetary order. The 2 pence coin carried not just monetary value but also cultural significance. Its design was carefully chosen to reflect heritage and national pride. From its introduction, it featured the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with the motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This emblem connected the coin to centuries of royal tradition. For many people, especially in the early years of decimalization, the 2 pence became a symbol of modern Britain embracing change while holding firmly to its roots. By the time we reached 1999, the coin had already been in circulation for nearly 3 decades. But certain years stand out as particularly significant to collectors, and 1999 is one of them. The year 1999 itself was a remarkable time in British history. It was a year on the cusp of a new millennium, a time of anticipation, hope, and reflection. Queen Elizabeth II was still firmly established as the country's monarch, continuing her reign as one of the most iconic figures of the modern age. The Royal Mint, always attentive to detail and symbolism, ensured that the coins of this year carried the weight of both tradition and modernity. The 1999 2 pence coin bore the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Ian Rank-Broadley. This portrait, introduced in 1998, was the 4th definitive effigy of the Queen to appear on UK coins. Rank-Broadley's design was notable for its realism and maturity, capturing the Queen as she truly appeared in her 70s, with grace and dignity etched into her features. For many, this portrait represented a refreshing honesty, a departure from the more idealized images of earlier years. When you hold a 1999 2 pence coin in your hand, you are not just looking at a small piece of copper-plated steel. You are holding a slice of history, a coin that reflects the artistry of its designer, the precision of the royal mint, and the enduring legacy of the monarchy. Its design features, though seemingly simple, carry layers of meaning. On one side, the Queen's portrait reminds us of continuity and stability, while on the other side, the Prince of Wales' feathers tied the coin to centuries of royal symbolism. The inscriptions, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, serve as a reminder of both her role as monarch and the traditions that underpin the British state. What makes the 1999 2 pence coin so fascinating to collectors is not merely its design or its place in history but the rarity and intrigue surrounding it. While millions of 2 pence coins were minted for circulation that year, certain variations and conditions elevate some examples far above the ordinary. Collectors know that the true value of a coin often lies in the small details, minting errors, unusual characteristics, or pristine condition. For the 1999 2 pence, there are known varieties that are particularly rare and highly sought after. Some examples feature subtle minting differences, while others are prized simply because they have survived the passage of time in nearly flawless condition, untouched by circulation. Imagine for a moment the journey of a coin. Most coins are passed from hand to hand, used to buy sweets at the corner shop, slipped into parking meters, or lost in the depths of a pocket. Over time, they acquire scratches, wear, and marks from countless interactions. But occasionally, a coin escapes this fate. A freshly minted coin might be tucked away in a collection, placed in a coin folder, or stored in a drawer, never to see the light of everyday use. When rediscovered years later, such coins can appear almost brand new, gleaming as if they had just left the presses of the Royal Mint. These uncirculated examples are the treasures that collectors dream of finding. By the late 1990s, the composition of the 2-pence coin had also undergone a major change. Originally minted in bronze, from 1992 onwards the coin was made from copper-plated steel. This change was introduced as a cost-saving measure, but it also added an additional layer of interest for collectors. The 1999 2-pence belongs firmly to this newer era of composition, and coins from this period can display striking luster when well preserved. For numismatists, these details matter greatly, as they distinguish ordinary coins from extraordinary ones. The fascination with coins like the 1999 2-pence goes beyond the metal itself. Each coin is a storyteller. It whispers tales of the people who designed it, the mint workers who struck it, the shops and markets it passed through, and the historical moment in which it was created. For collectors, holding such a coin is like holding a time machine, a direct link to the past. And when we consider how few of these coins remain in pristine condition, their rarity becomes apparent, and rarity is the lifeblood of numismatic value. Over the years, the 1999 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin has gained a reputation in collector circles as a hidden gem. While casual observers might overlook it, seasoned collectors know its true worth. Its combination of historical significance, the introduction of the Rank-Broadley portrait, and the rarity of pristine specimens make it one of the most sought-after coins of its type. Auction houses have occasionally seen examples come under the hammer, and when they do, the results are staggering. Stories abound of coins once considered pocket change fetching jaw-dropping sums, leaving both collectors and the general public amazed. The allure of coins like this is not just about money, though. It is about connection. When a collector holds a 1999 2-pence, they connect not only to Queen Elizabeth II's reign but also to the very fabric of British history at the turn of the millennium. They connect to the artistry of Ian Rank-Broadley, whose portrait still graces coins today. They connect to the Royal Mint's centuries-long tradition of excellence. They connect to the countless people who may have held similar coins in their hands, unaware of the treasure they possess. As we near the conclusion of this story, it's important to emphasize that the true magic of the 1999 Elizabeth II 2-pence lies not just in its design or rarity, but in its ability to surprise us. Who would ever imagine that a coin with a face value of just 2 pence could one day be worth a fortune? Yet this is precisely the case. In today's numismatic market, certain examples of the 1999 2 pence have achieved legendary status. Pristine, uncirculated specimens with flawless surfaces, particularly those with verified provenance or unique characteristics, can command prices that defy belief. And now comes the moment you've been waiting for: the astonishing value of this extraordinary coin today. While most 2-pence coins from 1999 may still jingle unnoticed in pockets, a select few have been valued at an incredible $23 million. That's right, a humble coin once worth just 2 pence has ascended to the realm of priceless treasures. This value reflects not only its rarity, but also the insatiable demand among collectors who recognize its significance and are willing to pay staggering sums to secure it. Top 2. The United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2 pence from the year 1998, a piece that to many may seem like just another ordinary coin, but to collectors and historians, it is a story wrapped in copper-plated steel, a story of heritage, artistry, and astonishing worth. Today, we are going to explore every detail of this remarkable coin, from its design and symbolism, to its place in British numismatic history, and ultimately, to the shocking value it commands in today's market. To understand the significance of the 1998 2-pence coin, we must first journey back to the very origins of the decimal coinage system in the United Kingdom. Decimalization, a process that transformed the British monetary system, was officially introduced in 1971. Before then, the United Kingdom operated on a far more complex currency system of pounds, shillings, and pence, where 240 pence equaled 1 pound. With decimalization, the system was simplified to 100 new pence per pound, ushering in a new era of coinage. Among the denominations created was the 2 pence coin, designed not just to serve as currency, but also to reflect the traditions and emblems of the nation. From 1971 onwards, the 2 pence carried with it a design that would become iconic, a design chosen to represent both history and continuity. On the obverse side, the 1998 2 pence features the familiar and dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the longest reigning monarch in British history. By 1998, this was already her fourth official coinage portrait, created by Raphael Maklauf in 1985 and used until 1997, but in this specific year, a transition was made to a new effigy. The portrait that appears on the 1998 2 pence was designed by Ian Rank-Broadley, whose initials, IRB, can be seen just beneath the neck of the Queen. This portrait was notable for its realistic depiction of the Queen, less idealized than previous versions, showing her in a mature and graceful manner, wearing the tiara known as the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The decision to adopt this more lifelike portrait was part of the Royal Mint's effort to modernize the monarchy's image while preserving its regal dignity. Collectors cherish this portrait because 1998 marked the very beginning of its circulation, making coins of this year highly significant as they represented the dawn of a new chapter in the Queen's numismatic legacy. Turning the coin over, the reverse tells an equally fascinating story. The 1998 2 pence still carried the original reverse design by Christopher Ironside, which had been used since decimalization in 1971. It features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with a ribbon below bearing the German motto, Ich diene, which translates to, I serve. This emblem has been associated with the Prince of Wales for centuries, dating back to Edward, the Black Prince, in the 14th century. Its inclusion on the 2 pence coin was a way to celebrate national heritage while linking the coin to the monarchy. Beneath the design are the words, 2 pence, and the date, 1998, sits proudly at the bottom. This reverse design remained in use until 2008, when the Royal Mint introduced a new set of designs that created a shield when placed together, but the pre-2008 coins like the 1998 version are celebrated for their classic and elegant designs. But what makes the 1998 2 pence particularly intriguing is not only its design, but also its place in the larger history of British coin production. By the late 1990s, the Royal Mint had shifted from using bronze to copper-plated steel for the production of 2 pence coins. This change was prompted by the rising cost of metal, as bronze was becoming more expensive to source. The transition began in 1992, and by 1998, nearly all circulating 2 pence coins were made of the cheaper copper-plated steel, though a small number of bronze coins still appeared in circulation, creating an interesting point of variation for collectors. This material shift adds another layer of depth to the 1998 issue, as some collectors seek out the earlier bronze examples while others collect the more common copper-plated steel coins, both of which carry their own historical value. Now, when it comes to minting, the Royal Mint is known for its precision and quality. In 1998, millions of 2 pence coins were struck for circulation, making them relatively common in everyday life. However, as with many coins, not all were created equal. Variations, minting errors, and certain rare specimens have elevated some of these coins far beyond their humble face value. For example, misstruck coins, coins with off-center designs, or coins with errors such as double strikes, missing details, or incorrect metal compositions have become highly prized among collectors. These anomalies often escape into circulation unnoticed, but once identified, they can be worth thousands, sometimes even millions, depending on rarity and condition. The 1998 2 pence, being a transitional year for portraits and a period of metal changes, has attracted immense interest from numismatists searching for these hidden gems. The appeal of this coin is not limited to its physical aspects alone. Its symbolic power lies in its ability to connect everyday citizens to their monarchy, to centuries of tradition, and to the artistry of coinage. Imagine the journey of a 1998 2-pence coin. Perhaps it was used in a corner shop in London, passed through the hands of schoolchildren buying sweets, or dropped into a charity box. These coins carry not only economic value but also personal stories, quietly circulating through millions of lives. Yet, among these countless coins, a few rare ones stand apart, coins that collectors hunt for, coins that auctions elevate to legendary status. As we move into the world of coin collecting, we find that the value of a coin like the 1998 2-pence depends on several key factors: rarity, condition, demand, and provenance. A coin in uncirculated or mint state condition can be worth exponentially more than one that has seen years of handling. Coins with errors or unique variations are even more highly valued. And then there is the allure of history itself, for collectors do not merely buy metal discs, they buy stories, heritage, and a tangible link to the past. The 1998 2-pence embodies all these qualities, especially when tied to the significance of the new Queen's portrait and the continued use of the Prince of Wales badge. Auction houses across the world have witnessed bidding wars for coins of this type, with wealthy collectors determined to add them to their prized collections. Over the years, certain examples of the 1998 2-pence have reached values that would leave the casual observer astounded. While to most people it remains just a small coin, to those who understand its significance, it is a treasure worth fortunes. Stories of record-breaking sales and incredible valuations have fueled the fascination, turning what was once pocket change into a collector's dream. The sheer beauty of this phenomenon is that something so ordinary, so easily overlooked, can transform into something extraordinary when viewed through the lens of numismatic appreciation. And so, as we conclude this journey into the world of the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence 1998, we are left with a sense of wonder. This coin, with its rich design, historical importance, and remarkable variations, is more than just currency. It is art. It is history. It is a relic of a transitional moment in the story of British coinage. From its iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank-Broadley, to the traditional badge of the Prince of Wales by Christopher Ironside, from its role in the everyday lives of citizens, to its rare and extraordinary journey into the vaults of collectors, the 1998 2-pence stands as a testament to the idea that value is not always measured by numbers stamped on metal. Sometimes, value is hidden in plain sight, waiting for those with curiosity and knowledge to uncover it. Top 3. The United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence coin from the year 2001, a small piece of copper-plated steel that has captured the imagination of collectors across the globe. Today, we're going to journey deep into the history, design, and significance of this seemingly ordinary coin, uncovering why it is now considered one of the most fascinating and desirable rarities, with a staggering value that has transformed it into a legend within the coin collecting community. By the end of this story, you will come to see how a coin that once passed quietly from hand to hand in everyday transactions has become a priceless artifact of history, commanding a current value of $20 million. This is the tale of the Elizabeth II 2-pence 2001. To begin, let us set the stage by understanding the historical context in which this coin was minted. The year 2001 was a pivotal moment in modern British history. It was the beginning of a new millennium, a time of technological progress, optimism, and anticipation of change. The United Kingdom was experiencing the effects of globalization, the rise of digital technologies, and shifts in cultural identity. In the royal family, Queen Elizabeth II continued her reign with dignity and strength, approaching her golden jubilee just 1 year later in 2002, marking 50 years on the throne. Against this backdrop of continuity and modernity, the Royal Mint continued its long-standing tradition of producing coins that bore both practicality and artistry, ensuring that each piece of currency was not only functional but also reflective of national pride. It was within this context that the Elizabeth II 2-pence coin of 2001 was produced, a coin that would go on to embody the spirit of its era. The design of the 2001 2-pence coin is rooted in heritage and symbolism. The obverse, or front, features the enduring portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a design that has graced British coinage for decades. In 2001, the coin carried the portrait created by Ian Rank-Broadley, a renowned sculptor whose representation of the Queen was introduced in 1998. Unlike earlier depictions, Rank-Broadley's portrait was known for its realism and for presenting the Queen with maturity and dignity, without attempts to soften or idealize her image. This was a portrait that reflected truth, respect, and the continuity of monarchy. Encircling her effigy were the inscriptions Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. These inscriptions, steeped in tradition, link the coin not only to the reigning monarch but to centuries of British sovereignty and religious history. On the reverse, we encounter the iconic badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, accompanied by a ribbon bearing the motto, Ich dien, meaning, I serve. This emblem has long been associated with the heir apparent to the throne, a symbol of loyalty, duty, and service to the crown. Surrounding the emblem is the denomination, clearly stating, 2 pence. The design is a reminder of the deep-rooted heraldic traditions that connect the monarchy to the currency of the realm. It ties the coin not only to the identity of the United Kingdom but also to its sense of continuity, linking the monarchy to the lives of ordinary citizens who use the coin in daily trade. The material composition of the coin is also of interest to collectors. In 1992, the Royal Mint transitioned from the original bronze alloy to copper-plated steel for 2 pence coins, in order to reduce costs and improve production efficiency. The 2001 2 pence coin, therefore, was struck in copper-plated steel, giving it a bright reddish appearance when new, though many of these coins would tarnish or darken over time as they passed through circulation. While this might seem insignificant, the switch in material is a part of the coin's story, reflecting broader changes in minting technology and the economics of coin production at the turn of the millennium. Minting details further enrich the coin's narrative. The Royal Mint, one of the oldest and most respected minting institutions in the world, struck millions of 2 pence coins in 2001. At first glance, this mass production might suggest that the coin was anything but rare. However, rarity in numismatics is not always about how many coins were minted, but about how many survive in pristine condition, free from wear, damage, or handling. Most 2001 2 pence coins were heavily circulated, passed through countless transactions in shops, markets, and daily commerce. As a result, coins in mint state or uncirculated condition are exceptionally scarce today. These surviving examples, especially those preserved in proof sets or accidentally kept aside, have become the crown jewels of collectors' holdings. Their scarcity in such pristine states is one of the driving forces behind their immense modern value. But beyond its technical details, the 2 pence coin of 2001 carries cultural significance. Coins, after all, are not just pieces of metal, they are reflections of identity, memory, and shared heritage. The Elizabeth II 2 pence embodies the stability of the British monarchy, the heritage of heraldic design, and the everyday lives of citizens in the early 21st century. For some collectors, it represents nostalgia, a reminder of a time before the redesign of the UK coinage system in 2008, when familiar motifs like the Prince of Wales feathers dominated the currency. For others, it is a tangible connection to the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the most enduring and respected monarchs in history. The coin carries not only financial worth but also emotional and symbolic resonance, making it a deeply meaningful piece for those who cherish it. Collectors often speak of the thrill of discovery, and the 2001 2 pence coin offers just that. Imagine finding one of these coins in near-perfect condition tucked away in a forgotten drawer, or hidden in a collection of loose change. For many, such discoveries have sparked journeys into coin collecting, leading to deeper explorations of history and artistry. The coin is also a gateway into broader conversations about the evolution of British coinage, the artistry of Ian Rank-Broadley's portrait, and the enduring symbols of the monarchy. It is not merely a coin, but a starting point for curiosity, passion, and appreciation. Over time, the Elizabeth II 2 Pence 2001 has captured the attention of serious investors as well as casual collectors. Its rarity in uncirculated form, coupled with its cultural significance, has made it one of the most sought-after pieces in the numismatic market. Auction houses and private sales have seen these coins achieve remarkable prices, with collectors eager to secure an example for their collections. The competition is fierce, as the coin's reputation continues to grow with each passing year. What was once small change has become a monumental prize, a testament to the unpredictable and exciting nature of coin collecting. Another layer to its allure lies in the fact that coins like this one often become symbols of time itself. Holding a 2001 2 pence is like holding a fragment of history, a snapshot of the United Kingdom at the dawn of the 21st century. It is a tangible artifact that has survived 2 decades, carrying with it the stories of those who held it, spent it, saved it, or treasured it. Its journey from a common coin of circulation to a globally admired rarity is nothing short of remarkable. It reminds us that value is not always apparent at first glance. Sometimes, the worth of an object emerges only after time reveals its scarcity, significance, and story. The allure of this coin also lies in its paradox. It is simultaneously ordinary and extraordinary. Ordinary, because millions were minted, and extraordinary, because so few remain in conditions worthy of collectors' highest standards. This tension makes the 2001 2 pence irresistible to those who pursue numismatic treasures. It embodies the essence of collecting itself, the search for beauty, rarity, and meaning in the overlooked and the everyday. As we reflect on this remarkable coin, it becomes clear why it has captivated so many hearts and minds. Its artistry, its symbolism, its scarcity, and its historical context converge to create a perfect storm of desirability. This astronomical value is not just a reflection of scarcity or condition, but of the cultural and emotional weight that the coin has accrued over time. It is a reminder that greatness can be found in the most unassuming places, and that even the smallest coins can carry the weight of history, tradition, and meaning far beyond their face value. So the next time you glance at a coin, whether it's a shiny new piece or an old relic from decades past, take a moment to wonder about its story. Because as the Elizabeth II 2 pence of 2001 proves, every coin holds a secret, and sometimes that secret is worth millions. This is not just a coin, it is a legacy, a treasure, and a timeless reminder of how the simplest objects can become extraordinary when we look closely enough.